So all I want to do is plug in all of my distances. So I do have a point at 0, 0, correct? Okay, so that's going to be my first one. And then I have a square root of 13, and that would get us to a horizontal value of 2. And then this next, the A to B piece right here, that would be the square root of 13 plus 1. And that's going to get us all the way over to 3. And then we have the square root of 13 plus 1 plus the square root of 2. And that'll get us all the way over to 4. Now keep in mind right now we're just going to do the challenge for the horizontal one, and then we'll do the Y. So based on this, I'm interested in finding my slope. So I'm going to start with these 2 points right here, which means my slope for this little section right here, the square root of 13, in other words, O to A, it would be 2 minus 0 over square root of 13 minus 0. So we get a slope of 2 over the square root of 13. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. Now remember, when we write these, it goes slope. Our input is S minus H plus K. So now we just got to plug in a point with it. So I have 2 square root of 13 S minus, what do we want to plug in? Oh, so then I don't need to put anything. So forget my little minus, forget my little parentheses, nothing functions. There we go. So that would be it. What?
Can I write all the challenges on the back? There's more space.
Yes, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so that's going to be our first piece, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's look for finding the second piece. So now we're talking about from A to B. From A to B to find the slope, we're going to take, now we're working with these two. So it's 3 minus 2 over the square root of 13 plus 1 minus square root of 13, which equals 1. Okay. So then if I write this one, it's going to go a slope of 1, and it's going to be S, and I'm going to pick one of the points. So how about we go with square root of 13 over and 2? So minus square root of 13 plus 2. We okay with that? Okay, I'm waiting. Now, do you actually need the parentheses in that case? No, because the slope is 1, so you could distribute it and you wouldn't have to have them. In a minute, when I actually write the whole piecewise together, we'll do that. Okay, then the last piece I want to do is which is going to be from B to C. We've got a slope going, it's these now. So I got 4 minus 3. And then I got the square root of 13 plus 1 plus square root of 2 minus the square root of 13 minus 1. I went ahead and distributed that negative. And that ends up giving me what? 1 over square root of 2. So I do 1 over the square root of 2 S minus, and I have to include a point. So we're going to do that one. So that means minus the square root of 13 minus 1 and then plus 3. And this would be the equation for the third piece.
Because
I distributed the negative. So you could have put it in parentheses again, but I just distributed it. Yes, you could have put minus square root of 13 plus 1. Okay, so now if I were going to actually write it, I would do x of s. And I'm going to go back to my first one up here. And this is going to be O to A. So this is 2 over the square root of 13 s. I'm writing the actual piecewise. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm right here in the middle. And then I need my domain. This domain, bless you, goes from 0 to the square root of 13. I'm not going to include the square root of 13 because I'm going to include it on the next piece. Now I'm going to go to my second piece. I don't need the 1 and I don't need the parentheses. So it's going to be s minus the square root of 13 plus 2. And that's the a to b piece. That piece goes from the square root of 13 included to the square root. Oh.
Yeah, it's just been really bad today.
Oh, ours didn't work at all out here yesterday. Okay, then the third piece is going to be 1. I'm writing in my next thing here. 1 square root of 2, and I have s minus the square root of 13 minus 1. And notice you have to keep your parentheses this time because there is a slope to be distributed. So that would be the equation for that last little piece going from B to C. And the domain for it would go from the square root of 13 plus 1 to the square root of 13 plus 1 plus the square root of 2. And we've done so much and you think you're done, but no, that's only x.
Don't tell me that.
We got to do y. There's some pretty, there's not. I do have some pretty blank paper if we want some pretty blank paper.
I just go grab the triangle without paper. That's just a recording. Yes, yes. Huh? Yeah, I want it. Give me the white goodness. I want the white. You look like a nice place. Thank you. It's like who's that?
Once you get used to doing it, you probably won't take you as much space. But right now, I'm just trying to make sure you understand where I'm getting all my numbers. Okay, so let's do y. I'm going to change y and I'm going to do it in a different color. So this time we're talking about our vertical movements. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do s and I'm going to create a y of s table. We still have the exact same 0, square root of 13, square root of 13 plus 1, square root of 13 plus 1 plus square root of 2. That hasn't changed. But then it's what are the y values? So if I go back and I look in my graph at 0, well, it's 0. But then if you look, after I've gone the square root of 13, I'm all the way up here at 3. So that would be my y. If I look over at square root of 13 plus 1, that puts me right here. I didn't move up at all, so I'm still at 3. And then if you go further to the end, now I would be at y equals 4. So this is the table I'm going to use for those 3 pieces. So does everybody agree that our first slope is going to be 3 over square root of 13? And then after that, I can just put s. So this is y of s. And then this is going to be from 0 to square root of 13. Is everybody okay with that first piece?
Wait, how do we know what to and to not like include in the domain?
Just include the first one, don't include the second one.
Okay,
until you get to the end.
Oh. Okay.
The whole thing's included. I mean, to be quite honest, it would not, you can't say it's wrong if you included it because the square root of 13 exists in both that first piece and the second piece. So if you included it in both, it would not be wrong. Okay, so then the second piece, I need to find the slope, and that's going to be between these two. Well, what do you notice right off the bat when I do 3 minus 3? I have a slope of 0. Okay, so now I want you to think about we're going from the square root of 13 to the square root of 13 plus 1. Go. Oh, slow. I'm supposed to have this great internet now. I'm not feeling it. So when I look, well, that's this whole section right here. What can you tell me about y at that piece? It's 3. No matter what value I pick, the answer is 3. So therefore, I'm going to put 3. And that's it. There's no slope. Nothing. It's just 3. It would be yes. Okay, so now we're going to have to do this last piece. If we go to find the slope of that one, we're looking at, come on, there we go. We're looking at 4 minus 3 over square root of 13 plus 1 plus square root of 2 minus square root of 13. And I'm going to go ahead and distribute that 1, so it's also a minus 1. So what does our slope end up being for this piece?
1 over the square root of 2.
Yeah, all this stuff goes away, and we end up with 1 over the square root of 2. So I got 1 over the square root of 2, s, but then I need a point. Do we want to use this point or this point? So I'm going to do minus. I'm going to go ahead and distribute it. So it's going to be minus the square root of 13 minus 1. And then we have a plus 3 for our k value. And this is going to be over the domain of the square root of 13 plus 1. And it's going to go to the square root of 13 plus 1 plus square root of 2. And this one you do have to include because that's going to be the end of the piece. We okay with that? Okay, so now at this point, you definitely have a D and F, and then you have 2 challenges left to do. Okay? So y'all can work together, and you got the rest of the class period for that.